Chapter 34. A lawyer remembers the day he died. The News Journal headline could easily have been, Muslims save Christian. Eccentric Wilmington lawyer saved by Muslims on Holy Thursday. I remember I could not speak, but I knew it was Michelle carrying me. Oh, my dearest Michelle, and another Arab who had great English. My first glimpse of Michelle was many, many months ago, as he did a surprise rolling breakfall from the dining room out into the porch at the Guinea Fowl Inn, slamming the wooden floor like a crack of thunder out on the porch where I was sitting quietly, sipping my afternoon tea. He crashed right in front of my feet. He jumped up, saluted judo style with a deep bow, and grinned from ear to ear. Welcome, Father Judo. How can Egypt be at your service? A typical judo reaction from a lower to a higher belt all over the world. We hugged, we wrestled a bit, we established superiority. Again, a common custom in international judo. Two beautiful young girls appeared as the shadows beside him. Meet my new students. I just love this guy. He and the ladies came to join my first Namibian judo club. I was thrilled. The word was out that a master judo teacher from America was around. I will now admit I could have cared less about high school teaching. Judo was my only hidden agenda for the whole idea of going to a third world country in the first place. I kept it entirely secret from everyone in the World Teacher Organization, but I had told my friend Senator Joe Biden of my intention before I left from America, and on arrival in Namibia, the Namibian ambassador called me into his private office, and after a very stern lecture about not interfering into Namibian affairs, smiled broadly, wished me well, and gave me permission privately to pursue Olympic judo strictly on my own, and told me I would absolutely receive absolutely no support whatsoever. I smiled, thank you, sir, saluting by clicking my flip-flops together smartly, and I could have just kissed Joe. The only condition mentioned was I had to do it entirely by word of mouth and accept all comers, first come, first serve, and could not favor any particular language or any particular special interest. Michelle screamed when he saw me, Tommy, Sensei, you're dying. I'll be right back. Hopped on his bike, spun wheels right out the driveway. I really and honestly do not know what happened next, because the next thing I remember, I woke up in the hospital on Good Friday afternoon with tubes coming out of everywhere, and people looking down at me, shaking their heads in that perfectly African way, saying, I had no idea I had been carried, thought of as dead, by two Egyptian Muslims on a Christian Holy Thursday. I felt terrific. I kept telling them I was okay. They paid absolutely no attention to me. I yelled at the top of my voice, I'm okay! They couldn't hear me or couldn't understand me. I don't know which. One moment later, I was looking up at the nurses while I had the tube sticking in me, and the next moment, I was looking at the top of their shaking heads while they were looking down at me, and I was looking through them at me on the cot. I tried to yell again, I feel fantastic! Nobody responded. I drifted off pleasantly. I have no idea, I do not know where, just off somewhere. And suddenly I saw Uncle Connie again. He was waiting for me, holding the same light ball he kept bouncing off my chest when I was falling asleep in my hut all through the last week. His voice was kind and extremely humorous, a sort of beckoning, not really sound, an understanding, not really words. He had on a beautiful, white, silkish outfit, looking about 20-ish. I answered with my mind, where the hell am I? He beckoned to me, smiling broadly. I am one. You are one. We are each other. Oneness is our mother, father, and there is no other. He had beckoned these words. I immediately understood exactly what he meant, where I was and where I fit in. I was finally home, and safe and sound, and I was home forever. And I'll continue this later. This was really the greatest event in my life. I have never forgotten it. And I think about it every single moment of every single day. Thank you.